Welcome back to MMA Unhinged, and joining us today is Jordan Tecson. Jordan will be fighting Kulbir Singh at Unified 59 on October 4th. So, Jordan, welcome and thanks for taking the time.
No, thank you. Thank you, Luke. Thank you very much for having me here. It's an honor for me to fight for Unified this coming October, and I can't wait to showcase my skills.
Oh, that's awesome. That's awesome. How are you? And I know that you just finished training, so I can only assume you're a bit tired. But how are you feeling in the whole process leading up in the preparation for your upcoming fight?
Obviously, I feel nervous, I feel excited, I feel everything. But as as I go through every fight that I've had through amateur and pro, now I'm always calm, cool, collected, and stoic when I get inside the cage.
And fight camp, obviously you're inside fight camp now. Talk a little bit about that. How is everything over at the Maz Academy?
Fight camp's going great. I train with which coach said Barnier, Crew Joe up at fifth round. Obviously Crew Chris here from Mass, my head coach for Muay Thai, and all the my teammates Anton and Isabel. They've had their pro runs this year. Going, they've had their two fights this year as well, and going through their training camps has helped through a lot. And my my training partner Anton, he just fought last weekend, and just
Mhm.
going through his training camp helped a lot with his, and his helping with mine. So I feel very good for this upcoming fight.
Well, there's a lot of great talent coming out of Maz Academy, and I know a lot of you are kind of all in the kind of the same loop in terms of going pro. How much does that help you go through the process of camp and knowing that everyone's kind of working together at the same time?
Oh, obviously it helps very much. We're all in the same mindset, same goal, same process, and I've always looked up to, like, when I joined Mass here back in 2016. I just remember guys like Anton and Isabel. They were having their amateur MMA run when that was up and running, and I've always wanted to go into their path. And I just stuck with it. Did my Muay Thai amateur fights, did a lot of jiu-jitsu tournaments, and then obviously I had my first pro fight back in June, and now here I am with my second one and ready to go.
Yeah, and you're going for your second pro win. But talking about BTC 24, I think it was quite an impressive showing. I think you showed a lot of great things. You're walking your opponent down and doing a lot of great things and getting the win. That being said, describe for people in your early career, describe to people what kind of style you like to bring in every fight.
I like to go with the flow. I can't, like, obviously, like, obviously this guy probably has watched me and I've watched him, and I just can't think of like what he's done with his last fights. He can be going to this fight very different, so I need to keep myself in a flowing mindset because you know he can get better, I can get better, or I just gotta keep in this flow state, and when I get in there, I'll just dictate the fight wherever it goes. Cause like I'm really good everywhere. I'm good with my wrestling, jiu-jitsu, good with my Muay Thai skills. So I'm comfortable wherever this fight goes, and I would like to take this fight to the least path of resistance.
Yeah, and I do want to talk about the fight itself, but this is gonna be your second pro fight, and you're fighting on arguably Canada's biggest MMA promotion, and besides UFC coming to Canada, but with Unified. So how fortunate are you to be able to have it in your second pro fight, with everything considered?
Very fortunate. I gotta thank to my manager Alex. He's been in the game very long, and he got me into this bout for Unified, and I can't wait to perform under the bright lights.
And I know that you leave everything to your manager, obviously. But that being said, did you have any intentions? I know you had ties with BTC, but did you have any intentions on seeing if there was a fight available in the promotion, or did you look around onto the horizon at Unify? What kind of talk about the negotiations that were going on?
Just whatever's available. Like I want to stay active, and I want to keep going. I want, finish the second fight, hopefully get a third one, and then next year 3 to 4.
Okay. And you fought at bantamweight before, but now that you've been fighting the last fight in this fight at flyweight, do you feel comfortable at this weight?
Oh, of course. The bantamweight fights, those were kind of short notice for me, and those were like my first one. That was during COVID, and that was like 4 or 5 weeks out, and I just said yes, let's do it. We fought. It was a close decision. And then same thing with my second one. My first opponent, he did fight or like wrestled at flyweight, so we were about the same, walking around the same size. And then I
Hmm.
had a last opponent change, and then it went on to this like bigger guy at 135, and yeah, I feel better at 125. 125 is my home, and um, is where I stay. Is where I belong.
That's excellent. And what's the weight cut like for you?
Weight cut's easy. I don't really carry much weight. Um, about 10 pounds to cut. That's pretty much it. Yeah, so I'm not like Alex Pereira cutting 40 pounds. I'm not complaining about the weight cut. Just got to keep
Okay.
it clean, keep the diet clean, keep everything clean, and throw fight week and this week coming up, next week coming up. Just got to keep it clean and let the weight go down.
Of course. No, I know you kind of just touched upon a little bit of with your opponent and what you're expecting, but you're fighting a Saskatoon native, Kulbir Singh, uh, and he's yet to get his pro win. So, do you know maybe what kind of attitude that he might be bringing into the cage? Do you feel like maybe he might be becoming more aggressive and desperate to get that win? How do you
For
kind
sure,
of?
he has nothing to lose. He has nothing to lose, and he's probably gonna come at me with balls to the wall, and I'm just gonna be ready for that. I'm gonna be ready for whatever comes my way. I'm gonna be calm before the storm, and then just gonna pick him apart.
And without giving me the out, giving out your game plan, of course. What do you feel you can bring into this fight that can be a nightmare matchup for a guy like him?
Um, Wrestling, like I've seen his couple last fights. He's wrestled, but it's always been an exchange back and forth. When he's on the ground, it's just someone who has really good pressure, pressuring him against, putting him on the back foot, and just constant pressure, constant, nonstop um, work rate in the cage.
Hmm. And you're still early in your pro career. What are some improvements between the time of your last fight to this upcoming fight that you like to show in this fight?
It's always improvement every fight.
Hmm.
My coach said he always, even when I win or again, obviously when I lose, I don't think of losing as losing. I think of it as a learning experience. And obviously, again, when I win, there's some things that I even watch myself. Like, hey, I gotta do this. I gotta do that. I gotta fix this. I gotta fix that because obviously people are gonna watch um, those little details that I
Right.
might do successfully against my opponent, but other people will counter. And you know, I just want to fix everything as much as I can and for this next fight, and then on to the next.
And you're almost fighting in your home crowd against the away fighter. Uh, you fought. You basically have done it before with BTC. Do you gain any energy from the home crowd?
Yeah, I get the good energy from the home crowd. I've fought plenty of times, like like with our amateur Muay Thai fights that we have here in Cambridge.
Hmm.
I get that home crowd energy. Same thing last time at Burlington. We brought a good crowd there as well, and Mass always brings a good crowd. I feel like and always get good energy from that. If even if this was going into this enemy territory,
Hmm.
be fine with me because I went to Montreal and fought a guy from TriStar and fought in his territory. So it's no different. No, it's just another fight. I tune everything out, to be honest.
So is that how you control your composure, especially depending on how the crowd reacts to the fight? Do you just stay in the fight? You don't worry
Yeah,
about how they react?
I just stay calm, cool, collected, stoic, be the killer that I am, and again, when I get under those bright lights, I perform.
Yeah, and I know you're focused on your opponent, and I know you would never look past him. But that being said, in a perfect world, injury free, if Unified should throw on an event in December, would that be something that would interest you, or do you feel like you would need a little bit longer time?
100%, 100%. If I'm unscathed, I'm healthy, 100%.
And let's talk about after the fight. What's your go to cheat meal?
Go to cheat meal, shawarma,
Shawarma. Well, I'm sure
shawarma,
you're gonna find lots of it in Toronto.
shawarma, pizza, whatever. Bring it on.
That's excellent. That's
Yeah.
excellent. Well, listen, I know that you just got done your training, and I don't want to take much more of your time. I know you have a big fight to prepare for. So, you know, I mean, it's a pleasure having you on for the first time. I hope we can talk again soon. And just good luck on October 4th.
Thank you, Luke. Thank you very much for having me here. Yeah, I appreciate it.